Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 out of 3 for July 2021 on how I flipped to a VFriend. I definitely appreciate all your support and I reply to every single comment. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes. Definitely means a lot to me. So let's just jump right in. We're starting from July 17th. This was the first purchase that I made. I minted this for 0.03. This one was one of the rare ones. I do remember this, a lot of us in the VFriends community, we were kind of hoping this was gonna take the Cool Cats route. I think a lot of people were hoping for that. And they were offering like a unique, with the whole gambling thing, they were one of the first ones to kind of incorporate that into the NFTs. So it was an interesting concept. Minted this one as well for 0.03. Funny thing is, I listed this one immediately for 0.01, and this was actually the first sale on secondary for this collection, which was pretty funny. Then I ended up buying this one off secondary when mine sold. Figured because since I was in the profits, I figured to grab a rare one. So I went for the Ghost Arm, the 1% trait, 0.05. The Ape Games, this was actually interesting. Cheetah Cowboy came into the clubhouse and was telling us about this project, and I trusted him, so I picked up one of the rare looking ones. Let's see, 0.03, and then I listed it immediately, and it sold. Go over that later in the video. I bought back into the Kira cards because I noticed there was a small little dip. I had an inkling they were going to go back up. So I picked this one for 0.124. I think most VFriend community members in the clubhouse, especially in the clubhouse, will remember this one. Janky Ice was, I mean, they had a lot of promising things up front with the whole Christie's collab and, Super Plastic being a very reputable company and everything. It was a very cool idea how you got to choose your NFT with the whole mixer. It added a little bit of fun, and the fact that you could choose to pay with your credit card instead of using your ETH was kind of cool too. So I bought a few of these. I wanted to get one of the golds. Or no, wait, what did I want to get? I wanted to get as many complete sets that I could. That was my goal. So originally I bought 2 myself, so I spent $500, and it was $250, and you got an extra. It was buy one get one. So this one I pulled, so I got this one. This one was the free one that they gave me. This one was another one that I got, and this was the free one they gave me. And I actually ended up going to my mother's house that day, and she was interested and she wanted to invest. So this was her first NFT, and so she bought this one, and there was actually a cool little promo. So this was the free one, and there was a cool little promo where there was like a 4-hour window where they increased the gold percent chance for the drops. So my mother actually owns this one technically, even though it says it's in my wallet. But yeah, so these 3 NFTs are my mom's first 3 NFTs. pretty interesting. There was a zombie Lucky Cat drop that Felix posted in Discord, so I took advantage and grabbed 2 more of those for 0.01. Considered that a snipe myself. And then these ones were very interesting. I mean, there was enough hype behind it. I would say in Clubhouse specifically, and then when I checked on Twitter and in their Discord, it's pretty active. So I took a chance. Yeah, that's right. I did mint this one. This was actually interesting. It was like a different way to mint because you couldn't mint from contract. I completely forget 100% what it was, but there was like a interesting and a unique way to mint. It cost me 0.06 each, and I got two of them. So I pulled this one, which at the time I thought was decent looking, anyways. And I pulled this one. Then this is very funny. So I bought into the Fame Lady Squad at the time where it was before the Russians got doxxed. So for anyone who doesn't know, the quick story to it was this was one of the first projects that were claimed to be female, like all female. So yeah, they were doing pretty good. I picked this one on secondary for 0.149. They were fluctuating at the time. They were fluctuating between, like I would say, 0.15 to 0.2, 0.25. So I figured it was gonna go back up, and of course, the news came out. So I was stuck with this one. Then there was a nice little opportunity that I used my ETH to purchase two more Jankies. I know it was very cheap. It must have been like 0.05 or something like that. And I believe it was the same thing where it was buy one get one free. I ended up FOMOing to this one. They were doing something cool, like with the whole the people that were talking about it. They were seeing this as more as a long term project. I just thought that I could still flip quick, I guess. So I minted two of these at 0.045 each. Got this one, and then I got this pretty cool one. I ended up finding this one on the activity feed, and I picked the rarest, coolest looking one for the price. And yeah, there wasn't too many left at the 0.01 mark. And again, I kind of went in on this. It was similar to like the Ape Gang, where I just figured it was gonna go up. Let me double check. I don't think they have a high token number, so I think that really helps. I mean, it was, yeah. So, which at the time, like, most of the collections had 10,000, so this was like nice to see back then. Yep, this is a little, this is a, yeah, another blue chip project that I touched in July. But again, I was so focused, laser focused on goals. And then this one was a little bit, because of Cole being behind the project and his history and his past, I just was a little bit more hesitant on this one. I definitely liked it, and I had a personal feeling that this was going to go up, but I did not expect it to go up to the way it did. I minted two of these, 0.03 each. I got this one. I got this one for the two regular, like two common ones, I would say. I ended up FOMOing to this one as well. I did a little bit of research on this one, but yeah, it was purely speculation. I thought the collection, because it was dogs and the whole Doge thing being kind of like a meme popular thing, I was gonna take my chances. I do remember getting one of these. That was actually thanks to the MHQ Discord. It was that was a free mint, by the way. I ended up picking one of these up on secondary. Time I was priced out of the Animetas itself, so I figured this was the next best thing. 0.09. I ended up getting another art blocks. This one I minted for 0.1. Okay, we're not going to be able to see how it looks like, unfortunately, because OS is being immature. And here's another blue chip project that I touched in July. This was, I knew about the project, and then when Gary tweeted about it, it made me mint it. Because I wasn't 100% sure about it at first because of what happened with Fame Lady Squad. So again, I was hesitant. I didn't want to be pulled in again. But when Gary spoke about it, then I decided to mint. So I picked this one up and I listed it immediately. That was funny. Yeah, I picked this one up. It was 0.07. I listed it immediately, and then I went on Twitter after, just because people in the post were saying that Gary's retweeting people that purchased them. So I ended up tweeting it, and he actually ended up retweeting me, which was pretty cool. Yeah, right there. That was the first time Gary retweeted one of my tweets, and I was definitely happy. Well, I guess I might as well say what happened. So yeah, and then obviously because I had listed it before I made this tweet, it sold instantly. So I probably could have got more because of that, but that's okay. So what happened next? I decided to mint the second one because Gary, right? Because yeah, I just figured to see how it goes. So again for 0.07. Oh yeah, this one I got off secondary for 0.06. I was trying to get cooler looking ones, just in case. And again, I was going for the 1% traits or lower. That's kind of my game plan. In my head, I thought that I could sell it for above floor. Like it will say if like it did go up, I'd be able to get a little bit more. For example, I ended up homeowing to this project again, just because it was the whole Cool Cats thing was again like I didn't want to miss the next one kind of thing. So these ones were kind of cool. Like they were ghosts. They were cute. They kind of had that style, I guess. But right away, which I noticed after I minted, I didn't really like the art, the way that it was placed, the way the hand was, the way the neck was. So yeah, I definitely had buyer's remorse immediately. This was a pretty cool project. Like the artist is really cool, really fun to talk to. Um, about this one. Oh yeah, the way that this was more of like a raffle. So I don't remember exactly how many he had listed. It was about 20 to 30 at a time, and then you would have to place WETH offers, and he would just randomize. So if there was like I don't know if there was a dozen WETH offers on this one, he was just rolling it in his Discord, like rolling a dice. And so like if I was number 10 and dice hit in the Discord number 10. So anyways, I ended up winning this one, which was amazing, and it only cost me 0.0234 as the WETH offer. I bought this one because of one of our community members, Nick. It was free, so I just figured why not. Oh yeah, that's right. The back to the Hamlins. He was doing a metaverse thing, and this was part of again. You had to make a WETH offer, and he was picking at random. Oh yeah, sorry, I do remember it was around 0.01. I was happy to win that one. That concludes the purchases for July. The total for the month in July, I ended up spending 2.754 ETH, which equaled the $6,534.05 US. Pretty insane when you think about it. Let's get into the flips from July 17th to the end of the month. This is the fun part I think everybody's waiting for. All right, so let's begin. If you remember correctly, I minted one of the DBs. It was for 0.1. I definitely liked the team. That's why I went in. And I thought that the project was going to sell out and the floor was going to go up. There was a nice long, it was like a 3-week FOMO ramp. It was very long. I'm kind of surprised they didn't sell out, to be honest. But I decided to list this at 0.07 before it dropped even further. So I kind of wanted to like exit before it was too late type of thing. So that was my thought process behind that one. So yeah, I bought this one in June for 0.01 and I ended up selling it for 0.05. So that was a decent little win, I would say. I minted this one. I listed it right away for 0.1. Yeah, so this one was the first sale of the project. I bought this one for 0.04 and then ended up selling it for 0.045 again. I didn't want to lose, so it was kind of like a safer bet doing that. This one was a really good flip. So this one was the one that I purchased for 0.03. Ended up selling it for 0.2 12 hours later, which was very good for me. Like I was very happy about this one. That's a lot of money to me, especially at the time. Like yeah. So yeah, this was the berries that I picked up at 0.02 and I decided to take my profits. I sold this for 0.419. Yeah, that was a very big win. It's ecstatic about this one. Bought this one at 0.025. So it didn't really have the same effect as before, where immediately the floor was like 0.15, and I thought it was going to. This was his second season, but I still made a nice 2x minus the gas fees, of course. So probably closer to like 1.5. On paper, it was a 0.02 like gain, but with the gas and fees and stuff, probably nothing for that one. Again, I just want to get rid of that one before it dropped too low because it wasn't really it wasn't as well received as I would have liked from the community. This one I just wanted to get out of the project. Ended up winning this one in the giveaway, And from Titch's blessing, he told me I could list it, so I did, and it got sold. So thank you, Titch, for the free 0.04. I do remember the Discord in this one was very active with the whole giveaway stuff, and he was very smart in how he built his community. Again, I went for this one because of the looks. I thought the fire was going to do a little bit better, so I could sell a little bit above floor. Yeah, so I picked this up for 0.07. I mean, it wasn't, I wouldn't even consider this a flip. Was, yeah, this one I purchased back in June for 0.01, which sold for 0.03. This is the one that I picked up for 0.01, and then I ended up selling it for 0.15. So this one was a really good one at the time as well. I was really happy with this one. So this one was actually one of the first NFTs that I got. It was from a giveaway from none other than Mr. Big Mish himself. Thank you, Big Mish, by the way. I ended up selling this one for 0.06. It was a lot for me at the time. This was the Manakee that I minted, and yeah, I took a loss on this one. Project wasn't moving as I expected, and it was I think it was partly due to the mix matches and a few other things. Yeah, so this was the fuckface that I picked up at 0.01. It actually ended up selling for 0.045, which was pretty cool. I didn't expect that, out of the project. It was kind of more of a speculation one. I won this giveaway from their Discord for being like a holder, I believe. So I sold it right away. So thank you for the 0.05. This one was the one that sold immediately at 0.111 because I listed it before I tweeted. So when Gary retweeted, it sold immediately. This was the second one that I bought. I probably should have held this one because it is a really cool one. But the floor was being stagnant and I didn't want to be stuck. Again, I was so focused on the VFriend. I did not want to take more losses than I already did. Like part of my strategy was taking like the easier profits. But because I minted this at 0.07, 0.13 just made sense to me. And I was 100% coming back to this project because they were getting definitely a lot of positive attention. Sorry, I apologize. I don't remember her name, but she doxed herself, so it was very refreshing. They were doing a lot of good things. This one I let go. I didn't really like the style, so again, I was kind of like doing that lateral move. Gonna try and pick up a cooler looking one and ride the wave. I wasn't feeling this one as well, so I ended up letting it go right away. So again, just small little gains, nothing too crazy. I was actually surprised that this one sold, but I did sell it for a big loss. Like, just put it right at the floor so that I would just get rid of it, kind of thing. I just wanted the liquidity, and I did the same thing for this one. Just dropped it at the floor. I just was not vibing with the art at all, and I did not want to be stuck with it. So that was a 0.01 plus gas fees. And this is one of the lucky cats that I picked up at 0.01, and it sold at 0.04. I'm trying to remember if this was the time that the collection finally sold out. I was so happy because I was rooting for them and I was pushing it since pretty much April. And yeah, I believe this is the time when the it sold out, and then the floor did go up to about 0.07, and then it like stagnated at 0.05, went up past the 0.1 mark. It was actually 0.15 at one point. Yeah, and now I'm just curious to see what it is during the type of market. Still hanging in there. That's amazing. Yeah, great guy, great project. Definitely recommended. And then this was the last sale of the month. I just want to get rid of it. As you can see here, I take another loss. But at the end of the month, as you can see, I still made profits. Just don't want to get stuck with anything. And again, I was just way too focused on my goal. And like the saying goes, ETH is king, like liquidity is king, right? Because even if you have 0.1, and you see something that, like, you see something that's moving, it's like a good opportunity, 0.05 or something, like you have a chance to like get in and ride that wave, as opposed to like waiting and holding for a month with some of these projects kind of thing. So again, it all depends on your goals. It all depends on you. The total profits for the month was 1.9 ETH, which was $4,053 USD. Very happy about that. Part 3 will cover the NFTs that I gave away, the long-term NFTs that I purchased, and befriend community projects. Just to recap our progress, so as of July 31st, my total profits was 2.382 Ethereum, which is extreme. Like that's pretty freaking like sorry, which is extremely good considering the fact I was taking the easy times two times three. I consider that very good. Spent a total of 5.269 Ethereum, but at the time I didn't really realize it. I was so focused on the VFriend that I didn't even realize like how much money I was spending or money I was taking in, like, because my goal was to get to 3 Ethereum and then again to have a little bit more extra so that I could keep going full time. The space is just way too fun and amazing, and it's just, yeah, mind blowing. I probably was holding around 70 to 100 NFTs at the time, give or take. I just want to thank everybody for watching. I definitely appreciate everything, all the support, all the comments. Love the VFriend community, the Skullx community, the Roscoe and Friends community. They're always going to be my favorite threes. Just learned so much from them, and always gotta stay grateful and humble for them. I do remember getting a lot of questions like at this time, like how close I was to getting to that 3 ETH mark. I kept telling everyone September will be my month, and I guess at this point I still thought I was so far away. So yeah, it's pretty mind blowing of what's about to happen next month. So stay tuned for part 3, and yeah, August will be very fun to make. Thank you so much. Have a great day.